Hi everyone, welcome to learn the algebraic structure vector space. In this video we will learn the definition of vector space and examples of vector space. Okay, now before going to the definition of a vector space, let us recall some of the definitions which we have learned at our high school level. They are scalar and vector. What is a scalar? Scalar and vector. Now at high school level we defined scalar as which has a quantity which has a magnitude, and you also have seen the examples of scalar as temperature, density, mass, distance, time, etc. you have seen. Now mathematically, scalar can be regarded or can be treated as a real number. What is mathematically scalar? You are saying it is a real number. Okay. Now, vector, a quantity which has magnitude and direction. A quantity which has both magnitude and direction. You have seen examples as acceleration, velocity, rate of change of displacement, etc. Now vector, mathematically vector means the directed line segment, you can say the directed line segment. See here, if you consider the two-dimensional plane, this is xy plane and OP is the directed line segment. How you will represent OP bar mathematically? It is by an ordered pair xy you will represent. If you take it is in three-dimensional x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, in three-dimensional space, you will write OP bar is equal to x, y, z. Is it? Okay. Now if you generalize, this is OP bar is a vector in two-dimensional plane. OP bar is a xyz. If you represent it, will be a three-dimensional vector. If you generalize this, if you generalize this, you can take n-dimensional vector. Suppose if you take alpha is equal to x1, x2 and so on xn. What are x1, x2, xn? They are all real numbers. Now this is said to be n-dimensional vector. Previously also, if you write OP bar is equal to xy means x is the x coordinate, y is the y coordinate of p, and x and y both are real numbers. Okay. Now in two-dimensional, OP, the vector is represented by ordered pair. In three-dimensional, the vector is represented by ordered triad. If you generalize in n-dimensional vector is nothing but alpha is equal to x1, x2 and so on xn. This is called as n ordered n triple. This is ordered pair. If you write x, y, z, it is said to be ordered triad. If you write x1, x2, etc. so on xn, it is ordered n triple. Similarly, you can write x1, x2, x3, x4. This is also a vector of fourth dimension. Okay. Now what is a scalar? Mathematically, scalar can be treated as a real number. Scalar can be treated as a real number. Vector means it may be, if it is in two-dimensional, it is an ordered pair. In three-dimensional, it is ordered triad. In n-dimensional, it is an ordered n tuple you can take. Okay. Now it is clear, scalar and vector. Now we will see the vector space. Now vector spaces are fundamentals to linear algebra. They will appear throughout mathematics, physics, chemistry and all engineering branches. So vector spaces are very important algebraic structures in the field of science. If you want to settle in the field of science, you must be familiar with the algebraic structure vector space. Okay, they will play an important role in the development of science and technology. You have to remember it. Okay. After that, how the notion of vector space is developed. The notion of vector space is developed from two-dimensional and three-dimensional spaces. What are two-dimensional spaces and three-dimensional spaces? Suppose if you take S is equal to the set of all xy where x comma y belongs to R, then it is said to be the set of all two-dimensional vectors or set of all ordered pairs. Next, similarly, if you take the set x, y, z, if you take where x comma y comma z belongs to R, this is said to be the set of all ordered triads. Now, this is set of all ordered pairs, all ordered triads, and if you take S is equal to x1, x2, x3 and so on xn, then it is said to be the set of all ordered n tuples where x1, x2, x3 so on xn belongs to R. Now these sets will be vector spaces if they satisfy some properties. Now we will see when they will be the spaces after defining the vector space. Okay, now vectors, before going to the definition of vector space, we will learn two definitions. They are internal composition and external composition. Internal composition or internal operator. The other name for internal composition is internal operator or vector addition also. It can also be called as vector addition. What do you mean by internal composition? Internal operator otherwise. Internal operator is nothing but the operator which can be operated among the elements belonging to the same set. Suppose V is the set of vectors you are having. Alpha and beta are the two elements in V. Suppose if you take vector addition as plus, if this plus is operated among the elements of V, alpha plus beta, and alpha plus beta also belongs to V, then this plus is said to be internal composition. Suppose if you take alpha is a two-dimensional vectors, that is x1, y1, and beta is also two-dimensional vectors, take it as x2, y2, then alpha plus beta is defined as x1 plus x2 comma y1 plus y2. Then it is called as it is addition defined. This is the vector addition defined like this. This is called as internal composition. Here the internal composition is defined as the corresponding coordinates are added. Okay, this is the internal composition. Next, what is an external composition? External composition are external operator or scalar multiplication. This is nothing but the operator which can be operated belonging to which can be operated between the elements which belong to two different sets. Here, suppose if you take V is the set of vectors and F is the field of scalars, you are saying F is field of scalars. Field of scalars. Now see, here what is a field? Before going to this definition, we will recall once field. Now, if you take F is a set equipped two operators, ordinary multiplication, addition and multiplication, then you want to say F plus dot is a field. In order to say that F plus dot is a field, F should satisfy three properties. That is, first one is F plus is abelian. F plus is abelian. Next, second one, F minus singleton 0 dot is abelian. This is also abelian. Now you are taking out 0 from this F, because with respect to multiplication 0 is not having its inverse. So you are taking it out and you are saying it should be abelian with respect to multiplication. Third, this plus and dot together should satisfy distributive laws, that is left distributive and right distributive, that is A plus B into C is equal to AC plus BC, And next one, A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. If any set of vectors F with respect to the plus and dot satisfy these properties, then you will say that F is a field. Examples of field are set of real numbers, set of rational numbers, set of complex numbers. These are all the examples for the field. Okay, now see the external composition or external operator, or this is also called as a scalar multiplication. What is this operator? This operator should be always operated between the elements belonging to two different sets. For example, let V is the set of vectors and alpha belongs to V. Now let F is the field of scalars and let A belongs to F. Suppose a dot is the external operator, then A dot alpha is equal to A alpha. This must belong to V. If this is belonging to V, we say that scalar multiplication is closed. Okay? External operator is nothing but an operator which can be operated among the elements belonging to two different sets. Okay? Now you are able to know the internal composition, external composition, what is a vector, what is a scalar, and what is a field. Now we will define a vector space. Now in order to define a vector space, you need a field and a set of vectors, non-empty set of vectors. Let F plus dot be a field of scalars and V be a non-empty set of vectors. Then V is said to be a vector space over a field F, and it will be written as V of F. V is said to be a vector space over the field F. When will you say that? Suppose if you are able to define an internal composition or internal operator or name it as vector addition plus on V, that is V plus, you are able to define, then V plus should be abelian. V plus is abelian. Abelian means what it should mean? It should satisfy 5 properties. They are, the first one is closure property, second one is associativity, third one is existence of identity, and the fourth one is existence of inverse, and fifth one is commutativity. If all these 5 properties are satisfied by V with respect to the internal composition, then V plus is said to be abelian. That is the first condition V should satisfy to be a vector space. Now is it okay? Now see what are the next condition. Now next is second condition is with respect to the external composition. You are going to define one external composition. With respect to that vector external composition or scalar multiplication, V should be closed. That means suppose V is the set of vectors. What is V? V is the set of vectors and F is the field of scalars. This is field of scalars. This is set of vectors, field of scalars. Now take alpha belongs to V and A belongs to F, and dot is the scalar multiplication. If you take A dot alpha belongs to V, then you will say that V is closed with respect to scalar multiplication. The first condition, V to be a vector space, V plus is abelian. Second condition, A dot alpha belongs to V. And one more condition, third is there. This plus and dot together should satisfy 4 properties. that is scalar multiplication and vector addition together should satisfy these four properties. They are, for any alpha belongs to V, A comma B belongs to F, A plus B into alpha should be equal to A alpha plus B alpha, and for alpha beta belongs to V and A belongs to F, A into alpha plus beta should be equal to A alpha plus A beta. AB alpha is equal to AB of alpha. For every AB belongs to F, alpha belongs to V. 1 into alpha is equal to alpha for every alpha belongs to V. If these four properties are satisfied by the vector addition and scalar multiplication, this is said to be third set of properties satisfied, then you will say that V is a vector space. If you want to say that V is a vector space, V should be equipped with two operators plus and dot. One is called vector addition, the other one dot is called a scalar multiplication or internal composition and external composition. V should be equipped with two operators, namely internal composition and external composition. With respect to internal composition, V plus should be abelian. This is the first condition. V plus is abelian. Second condition, V dot, that is with respect to scalar multiplication, V is closed. Okay. Now third condition, this plus and dot together should satisfy these four properties. They are A plus B into alpha is equal to A alpha plus B alpha. For every AB belongs to F, alpha belongs to V. A into alpha plus beta is equal to A alpha plus A beta. For every A belongs to F, alpha beta belongs to V. A into B alpha is equal to AB of alpha. For every AB belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. Similarly, 1 into alpha is equal to alpha for every alpha belongs to V. If these three sets of properties are satisfied by any set of vectors V with respect to the defined operators, then V is said to be a vector space. I think the definition of vector space is clear. Now we will see null space or zero space. Suppose V is the set of vectors which is containing only one vector, that also 0 bar. 0 bar means if it is two-dimensional vector, then it will be equal to 0, 0. If it is three-dimensional vector, it will be equal to 0, 0, 0. If it is n-dimensional, it will be equal to 0, 0 and so on, 0, n. Okay, n times. Now, if V containing this vector only with respect to ordinary addition and multiplication, this set will satisfy all the properties of vector space. Therefore, it is said to be a space, null space or zero space. Now, is it clear? Null space or zero space is nothing but it is a vector space which is containing a singleton zero element, zero vector, otherwise a singleton zero vector, and it satisfies all the properties of vector space. Therefore, it is said to be zero space or null space. Now, see the example for vector space. Now, a field can be regarded as a vector space on any subfield f of k. Now, what you are going to say, the problem, a field can be regarded as a vector space over any subfield f of k. Suppose fk plus dot is a field. K plus dot is a field. Now F is a subfield. That means F being subset of K, F plus dot is also a field. F plus dot is also a field. Then only you will say that F is a subfield. With this plus dot and this plus dot, both will be same. When will you say any non-empty set of field is a subfield? If it is itself is a field with respect to the same operators of K. So F is a subfield. Okay. Now see, K is the set of vectors. Take K as a field and regard it as a set of vectors, and addition of vectors is the addition composition in the field K. Field means if K plus dot, K, that plus will be, you will take addition of vectors. Therefore, by definition, K plus is abelian. That means first property of vector space is satisfied. Is it? K plus is abelian. First property of vector space is satisfied. Further, the multiplication of field you can take as external composition or scalar multiplication. With respect to that, K is closed. Therefore, K is closed with respect to scalar multiplication. K is closed with respect to scalar multiplication. Now, the first condition and second condition are satisfied. That means K plus is abelian, K is closed with respect to scalar multiplication. Now see the third set of properties, how they are. 1 is the unity element of K, therefore 1 belongs to K, and F being the subfield, 1 will be the unity element of F also. Now take A belongs to F, alpha beta belongs to K. A into alpha plus beta is equal to A alpha plus A beta by the distributive law of the field. One will you say K plus dot is a field, K plus is abelian, K minus singleton 0 dot is abelian, and K should satisfy left distributive and right distributive, then only K will be field. Here you have taken K as a field, so according to the distributive law, A into alpha plus beta is equal to A alpha plus A beta. Similarly, A plus B into alpha is also equal to A alpha plus B alpha. Those two are satisfied. And AB alpha is also equal to A into B of alpha for every AB belongs to F and alpha belongs to K, because 3 are the elements of K. A, B, alpha, both are the elements of K. Why? Because F is a subfield of K. In subset of K, you can also say. So, AB belongs to F means AB belongs to K also. A, B, alpha, 3 are the elements of K. K dot is a semi-group also you can say. Therefore, associativity satisfies. 1 into alpha is also equal to alpha. Therefore, all the properties of vector space are satisfied by K. Therefore, you can say that Kf is a vector space. Now, I think it is clear. Now, see the next example, that is next example is a field F may be considered as a vector space over F if scalar multiplication is identified with the field multiplication. This question may be given for 1 mark or for 4 marks. If it is given for 1 mark, using the previous example, that is any field is a vector space over its subfield, you said Kf is a vector space, you proved in the previous example. Because every field is a subfield to itself, F of F is a vector space. If the question is given for 1 mark, you can say this. Now, if it is for 4 marks, you take F plus dot be a field, and F is the set of vectors and also the set of scalars you can take. Now, addition operation on the field is abelian, therefore F plus is abelian, and scalar multiplication F dot is F minus singleton 0 dot is abelian, therefore scalar multiplication is closed. Therefore, those two properties are satisfied. That is, first property F plus is abelian, F dot is closed. Then next is further the distributive laws verify that the other 3 properties, other third set of properties, that is 2 distributive, 1 associativity and 1 into alpha. See here, AB are any scalars in F and alpha beta are any vectors in F. Now, A into alpha plus beta is A alpha plus A beta, A plus B into alpha is equal to A alpha plus B alpha. Why? Because F is a field. Being a field, left distributive and right distributive both will satisfy in F. Therefore, you can say these two properties will satisfy. Next, AB into alpha is equal to A into B alpha. Because A, B, alpha 3 are the elements of F, therefore multiplicative associativity satisfies. You can write like this. Then 1 is the unity element of F and alpha belongs to F. 1 into alpha is equal to alpha. Hence, F of F is a vector space. Why? Because F plus being a vector abelian, F dot is satisfying closure property, and the third set of properties A plus B into alpha is equal to A alpha plus B alpha. A into alpha plus beta is equal to A alpha plus A beta, AB of alpha is equal to A into B alpha, and 1 is the unity element of the field F, 1 into alpha is equal to alpha. Therefore, F of F is a vector space. Any field over itself is a vector space. Okay, thank you.